How are you all doing? So, today I actually finished teaching a student. So, I decided that, okay, I feel like coming live. I haven't um, gone live in such a long time on YouTube. So, I decided that, you know what, I want to come live. I want to talk to you guys. I want to see how you all are doing. Say hi. I also finished editing a video about Chinese because I think I was getting a lot of questions about learning Chinese. I don't know how many of you guys are struggling with your Chinese, especially those of you that are planning to come in next year, and maybe you need to write Chinese exams. So I knew that I had to do that video. So I'm so happy at how far Oma Travels is growing. I mean, I did not expect much, but God have been so good. And I want to really appreciate every one of you for everything that you have done to my clients, to my students, those of you that I'm teaching. I also want to say thank you. For those of you that don't know, I actually consult. Yeah, some of you that don't want us to apply for you and you just want a consultation where we get to like teach you everything about CSC, you can always reach out. But right now, I'm in need of teachers, English teachers. Those of you that are looking for a job, you're always like, you don't have job, and you think you can actually teach English. If you know that you have good connection, your network is very good, you can teach English, you can actually DM me, okay? There are actually English jobs available, so I'll be happy to help in any little way I can. Okay. So today is Sunday. God, today is a beautiful day, and Sunday is one of my favorite days in the world. But I want to talk about if China is actually good for internationals, because a lot of people used to ask me that question. A lot of people ask me that question, and I get a lot of my friends telling me, "Why are you still in China?" Do you imagine people asking that question like, why are you still in China? You should come to the US or the UK or whatever. And I understand them because a lot of people do not think China is a good country. And a lot of people ask questions, especially people that want to come to China. They ask questions and I tell them the truth, the good and the bad. But when people actually tell me is China good for internationals, I just don't understand that kind of question because I think that China is actually good for internationals in some kind of way, and I'll give my reasons, especially because it's going to be related to me. Okay, so number one, scholarship opportunities. See, I'm not going to exaggerate, but I'm not also going to like lie. Okay, you know what? Let me exaggerate. Yes, but to be honest, 80% or 85% of international students that are in China are on scholarship. Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is that 85%? Some of you guys looking at me, those of you in the UK, in other countries, you know that to get scholarship in those countries is very hard. I'm not saying that the opportunities there are no opportunities there compared to China, no. But to be honest, imagine 85% of students in China are on scholarship. But I will not tell you to come to China if you know you can go to the UK. I will not tell you to come to China if you know you can go to the US. If you can go to Australia, I won't tell you to come to China because, um, yes, internationals, China is good for internationals, but at the same time, there are also disadvantages, which we'll get right to that. Okay, but I'm going to talk about the advantages first. So the scholarship part, it's very good. Yes, a lot of people complain about the fact that maybe it's not enough, but there are some scholarship like the school scholarship, provincial scholarship. I would say those scholarship, it's not enough money like that. But yeah, but for other scholarship opportunities like CSC, maybe it's actually good money enough. So try CSC. And if you're looking for the best blog to help you with your CSC scholarship, you can always message me. You can DM me. You can DM me. I have some of my team who are getting strong. and we are helping as much people as possible because we understand the difficulties that you guys might be facing. So yeah, so that's why I'm not even just, it's not just me, you know, I'm getting a lot of people in my team to help a lot of students, okay, and to help a lot of people. My second reason why I feel like, okay, you know what, China is good for internationals is because of the safety. Yes, to be honest, China is very safe. I mean, you know, we watch all these things happening in other countries. I'm talking about US. I say, hey, this one come and kill people. This one come and do this one. It doesn't happen here. I have never really heard in any. I've never really heard someone shooting in this country. To be honest, it's very safe, and the safety is really annoying. Like, because I know in my country, you would say, okay, you go out at night, you come back early. But here, you go out and you can come back anytime. To be honest, it's just that the school they get to lock their gates. But if you're living outside, don't send anybody. You can always go out and come back anytime that you want to come back. So I really like that. I really do like that. The fact that I can literally go out and come back anytime that I want to come back. It's so safe. When I was in Beijing, I remember when I was in Beijing, like I did not have issues in Beijing. And yeah, I remember like sometimes I'll go out by 11 p.m. Okay, it was just once I did that. So you guys should not say that, oh my, you used to go out late. I'm not the late type of girl. But I just remember like when I went out late one time, and then I came back. I came back around 11:30. But when I was outside, I didn't even think it looked like it was night. Everywhere was still like as if in the it was during the daytime. I mean, people were still buying and selling. People were still by the bus stop. There were still buses. Though to be honest, the bus actually used to end at a period of time. The bus train station, you cannot go at a period of time. But I mean, everywhere is still open, as if nothing has happened. But I'll see that there's a difference between the town and the rural area. To be honest, I call it rural area, but it doesn't even look like a rural area compared to my own country. It doesn't look rural. And what I know is that in the city, it's very busy. Everybody's busy, but here it's not so busy. Everybody's just like relaxed. Everywhere is just so chill. Everything is just happening like cool. Everywhere is so chill. Like literally, everywhere is so chill here. That was one of the reasons I like living in the rural place compared to living in the city. Okay, let's go to the next reason I think internationals should come to China. Why I think China is good for internationals. Okay, that's the title of this video. I'm gonna put the title, why China. No, that's not what I'll put the title as. I'll put the title as, is China good for internationals? Yes, that will be the title. The third reason why I feel like China is good for internationals is because of, okay, I said one because of the scholarship. The second one is because of safety. The third reason is because of the culture. For those of you that like culture, see, let me tell you, I have never met any country that love culture like China. I mean, they love their culture, and I feel like the more that everywhere is going into this place where we're in the modernized age, China doesn't feel like. I mean, they are getting modernized. Oh, I mean, they're getting modernized. They are building a lot of things. A lot of things happening here. To be honest, I mean, I post it on my Instagram page at Oma Travels. If you don't know my Instagram page at Oma Travels, that's literally where I post a lot of technical things I feel like China is establishing. But even with that, even with the modernization of this country, they still take their culture top notch. I mean, if you want to learn anything about culture, If you want to know anything about culture, just come to China. They teach you how to know culture, how to know how to appreciate culture. It's in China that I actually started learning that language is important. It's in China I started learning that everything about your culture or your roots is important. To be honest, when I was back in my country, Nigeria, I'm an Igbo girl, and it's a shame that I don't know how to speak my language. And also, I did not learn a lot about my culture. It's, I don't know why, maybe because nobody's talking about it, they are not teaching us. But I noticed that here in China, everything about their culture, they are teaching both the internationals, any new person that's coming to their country, they will make sure they teach you. Old person in their country, they'll make sure they teach you everything about their culture. They love their culture so much. That's one of the things I know. And also with that, it just makes me realize that I need to actually appreciate my culture. Even in language, they also love their language. I mean, if you know how to speak their language, there's no opportunity that they won't want to give to you. If you know how to speak their language, there's no job you will not be able to get. I mean, it's still hard for some people to get jobs based on your experience and based on the course that you studied. But I mean, I've never seen any country or anybody that take culture like China. So if you're someone that is a culture person, you like culture, come to China. I mean, everything you see in China, like that is about culture or about some places, has a meaning. And sometimes these people they know it. Sometimes when I'm with my Chinese friends, they say, "Do you know this? This is." They will start telling the story of that thing. So they know the story. They have been taught. They never. They never say because they are trying to learn from this country or that country, they will forget their own culture. No, they always remember their roots and remember the people that are also part of the roots. People that have probably died and have um fought for the country. They will always remember all those people. So I will say that yes, if you're a culture person, come here. And then leading me to the fourth reason why I think that China is good for internationals. This is my very, very realistic video. I'm not even gonna lie. And when I get to the disadvantages, I won't lie about it too. This video is that one video you need to watch very well. See, do not let anybody deceive you. Do not let anybody deceive you. Oh, China is this, China is that. They tell you disadvantages. All the people that are giving that remorse, they are in China. When they leave China, you see them, they want to come back. The way they, those of them that go to Canada sometimes, there are some things that they miss about China that they are not getting in Canada. Yes, I'm not saying that Canada is like the best place for international than China or whatever, but I'm just trying to let you know that every place is different. You just think about it for yourself, then choose. It's not to say whatever they tell me I'm gonna do. That's how I am. Everybody is different, every place is different. It's so easy to look at the people who are living this large lifestyle and start admiring them and wanting their lifestyle, but to be honest, you don't even get to take a time to think within yourself and ask yourself some questions and ask yourself, do I really want this for myself? I remember like my friend that lives in the US, I got the USA admission. Yes, I did. I even got a scholarship, but it's not fully funded. And but I know I just one thing about me. Yes, I get opportunities, but I don't rush for those kind of opportunities. I would like to ask questions now because before I came to China, I did not ask any question. Um, I just came here. Luckily for me, I was on a kind of scholarship that even whether I asked question or not, everything funded. I was living my best life. So imagine now that I came to China without scholarship and I not get time to ask questions to know more about China. I feel like I won't have loved it. I think I would have really suffered. That's what I think. So I remember my friend who is in the US, and she will always be, she's one of the people that are always telling me, what are you doing in China? Come to the US, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, see, I can come to the US. You think I can come to the US? I showed her my admission that I got in the US. She was surprised. I told her, see, there's no way I cannot go if I want to go. Yes, the thing about going to any country is to have money. Yes, to have money. If you have money, there's no way you cannot go. There's nothing you cannot do. But people don't have this money. So that's why when students are now trying to be like, oh, China, Canada, UK, this, do you have money? I mean, even the people who are rich and wealthy, they are doing everything they are doing to come to China. They are doing business with China. The people that are wealthy and they are rich, yes, because they know that China is the hub for business. They are the one making all their things. So you now you have money, you are making money. You will work. When you go to Canada, when you go to UK, you will work. You cannot be lazy in those countries. When they are talking about their rent, me I want to go there. I won't even lie to you, but I need to have money, eh? Or have like an opportunity, like an offer that if you see me going to any of these countries, know that I have an offer that will fund me in the initial stage, or that I have money, then I'll go. But I will not just go based on how people are going, because some people, it's not like they have money, it's not like they have scholarship or anything. They just find their way to maneuver their way. They go, they work, and they work. If you see the work, the kind of work that they do, hey God, I have friends there. If you see the things they have to do, me in my lifetime, I will never do those things. But you have to do just to get money. When you are not a house help, or you know what, you will be cleaning someone's shit. There's so many things you will do. Anyways, to be honest, I can't judge them because everything a hustle. Everybody's just trying to hustle. So I can't judge them. But I will not compare myself with nobody. And I would always tell you the truth. Okay? So know your pockets. If you have money, then go. What are you even coming to China to do? I will even ask you. Like, if you have money, I'll ask you, what are you coming to China to do? Yes, what are you coming to China to do? But when you don't have money, when you don't have the finance, then that's when I'll be like, respect yourself and go for scholarship. Except you want to like do some kind of work that other people are doing, then fine. So let's go to the next reason why I think China. There's not many reasons like that. This is just the reason for me. I mean, there might be a lot of reasons why I feel like China is good for internationals, but this is my own personal. I'm in a good mood now, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, maybe sometimes when I'm shooting my videos, I do a lot of research. Then I want to make my video good for the audience. But when I do live videos, and I do live videos just being myself. See guys, I'm not makeup. Yeah. So I'll do live video being myself so that I can really not sugarcoat anything. I just tell you guys raw as it is. When I do live video, when I'm doing the live video, I'm not getting plenty audience. But after I upload the video, a lot of people watch the video and they message me behind the scene, and I realized that it's even my live video that even used to get a lot of what would I call it? I'll say that I get a lot of engagement because people can see that I'm being real. I mean, a lot of my real content, a lot of people like it. So let's continue. Another reason why I feel like China is a good country for internationals is because of it's, apart from it being safe and all, is that it is actually very, very cheap. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, when I ask my some of the people back home, like my family members, I'll ask them, "Oh, how much is it? How much is it?" They will tell me the price. I'm like, but wait, in a country like China, I'm expecting that things will be more expensive. But my country is even more expensive to live in than living in China. I'm not gonna lie. Like right now, okay, when I was working before I moved to school, when I was working, I mean, life was still not so expensive. I could still afford a lot of things, accommodation, because in every company, most companies in China for accommodation, they even make it up. They make it possible that you can stay in the dormitory. They always have dormitory. So most all the companies shall that I worked with, they had dormitory that you can stay in, but it's not all right, and it's free. It's just that maybe you have to pay for light bill, or maybe you have to pay for water bill, but it's free. It's always free. But you have to share. Sometimes you have a roommate. Just like when you're staying in school, right? Currently, I don't have a roommate. Though I'm in school, but I don't have a roommate. And so it was very, very convenient if you're staying in dormitory. Except you say, you know what, I want to live on my own. And even when you're living on your own, it's not still that expensive. It's just that maybe in the initial payment, some landlord they will tell you that you need to pay for a period of 3 months. I think it's a law in China or something like that. But I noticed that when you get an apartment in China, you pay for like a period of 3 months, or you pay for a period of 6 months. So I remember that I paid for a period of 3 months. Yeah, in the first apartment. There's another apartment that we got that I paid for like 6 months, and that one, their house is very sophisticated. That when I was leaving, because there was this agreement that I signed with them that I'm going to be staying in their house for at least a year. So even if I left that place, Gaga, they were not gonna give. Sorry, what am I saying? Even if I leave the place, they were not going to like refund my money. So that time it was really, really. I left. I'm still correct now. Because it's past tense. I left the place. So I left the house, and I just felt like I lost that money, like around 5,000 RMB. How that money paying me? Because that money is a lot of money now. So they did not give me the money because according to our agreement, I said I was going to stay there for a year, but I didn't stay there for a year. I stayed there for just like six, or I stayed for like 2 months. I can't remember. So they didn't refund my money, but that is the law in China. When you're getting into an apartment, you pay that initial payment 3 months, then the rest you just pay your normal 1 month, and then you pay for your light bill, water bill. It's still really not expensive compared to what people used to tell me that are living abroad. They say they pay like $1,000. This the amount they pay for accommodation. That's a lot of money. And also, let's talk about groceries. Like, let's talk about just other things. Shopping, it's still not expensive. Things are not expensive. Foodstuffs are not expensive. You want to buy fruits, and even fruits, it's not too cost like that. You can actually survive here. It's so easy to live here. Things are not expensive because they don't order anything from any country. Everything is made in China. And even clothes. A lot of people say you always posting online, always taking pictures, posting like, my dear, clothes are very cheap here. Don't look at me and be comparing yourself with me. I can go online, look, I will see 10 yuan clothes and buy. It will not shake me. It will not shake my pockets. So living in China is very, very cheap. But if you are living in the city, like if you are staying in Beijing, Shanghai, except you buy all your things online, but all those places it can be actually expensive. Like except you have to buy your things online because most people in Beijing they actually buy things from Kuaidi. But when I came newly, I was buying from shops. I remember when someone was telling me, you're always going to shops to go and buy things. You are rich, oh. That time I had money, so I was like, it was not even a big deal to buy from shop. But now, as I think about it, hey, I should have been buying from online because online is way, way, way less expensive than when you're going to shops to buy things. So I'll say that that's one of the things that I love about China. It's very, very, very accommodating for internationals, to be honest. Because some countries, because you're an international, they want to collect from you. There are some countries that are just designed to collect money from internationals. But China is not like that. In short, I feel like that's one of the reasons that their people don't like us, because somehow it looks like compared to other countries, their governments love internationals. Yes, Chinese governments love internationals. The only people that don't like internationals are the Chinese people. Yes, the Chinese people. You will not even know that you are not loved except you are working with them. Because these people, they are very, very smart, and they are very, very quiet. They don't talk. Chinese people, they don't talk. They're very quiet. They know how to just endure, but you can tell from their character. A Chinese person will not tell you I don't like you, but you just see from the way they react to you, the way they act to you, the way they act with other people, and the way they act towards you. Then you now know that they don't like me. If you're the kind of person that don't care, then fine. But someone like me, I care. Like if I see you being happy with someone else, you're not happy with me, or you greet someone else, you don't greet me. I mean, I won't pretend like it's not getting to me. That's just the kind of person I am. So yeah, so that's one of the things I love about China. But I feel like let's go to the disadvantage. I know there's still a lot of things to talk about. Um, why I like China or why international, because I'm not literally making it about me. I'm making it a general thing why I feel like you would like China if you come here. So let's just go to the really disadvantage of why I think China might not be good for internationals. And number one is the fact that, like what I said, there's racism here in China, and that's not from the government, that's from the Chinese people. I don't really know the reason, whether it's because they don't like blacks, because I don't think that should be the reason. I don't know the reason, but there's racism in China. They don't really like Africans. And also, the way the media have portrayed Africans to China has made it look like we Africans, we are like poor, we are like dirty, we are so, like they make us feel like we, maybe they can even say we eat sand safe. But to be honest, one thing they don't know is that we live well in our countries. We are like treated like queens, like in my country. I'm loved. It's when I come here, I'm like, oh wow, these people don't like blacks. And I'm like, oh, now I understand what racism is about. Like, I know they taught me about racism. They taught me racism in school. Yes, I remember when I was in university bachelor, they taught us racism, but you don't really take it serious. You don't really know what it is until you really, really are faced with these people. But it's not everybody that are racist. To be honest, there are some really nice Chinese people. They are really loving. They want to know the English language. They want to be your friends because they want to know English language, and they are actually nice. But one thing again is that they can fake it. There's some people, they are really good at faking. They will just be so nice to you, and that's the thing about Chinese people. Even if they have the racism thing, they will still know how to fake it to like you. Like if you have to know that the Chinese people do not like you just from their attitude, well, there are some people that are very stubborn. There are some people that are very stubborn, but not all. That's it. Second reason why I think China and international should not come here is because internationals are not given the opportunity to work. I don't know, the way I see this system that is going on here is that maybe you as an international, you can come to China, you will live well, you kind of survive, you'll be okay, but you will not have money to send back home because they would block every avenue for you to make money to send back home, except you have to work online like what I do. Me, I work online, and I also got jobs, but because of I couldn't face the whole racism thing, I left. And so, but if you're someone that doesn't care and the person is good in language, the person can really survive in China. You learn the Chinese language, you get a job, and you do good. But for me, I'm not really good in language, and also when it comes to racism, not me. I want to be in a place where I am appreciated and I am loved. And if I'm in a, because even in my country that I know that they don't hate me, I was in a place and a little, I felt a little somehow there, and I resigned. If I could resign in my own country, is it not China? If you showed me racism, I will not resign. Nah, me, I'm stubborn. That's the thing. But I know that God has always been faithful, and God has always been good to me. So He has always opened doors for me. That's the thing about being in China. You have to be very, very prayerful to get opportunities. Good one. So yeah, and that's the thing that I feel like I don't like, the fact that internationals are not allowed to work. I really don't like this. A lot of people complain because why do you want to leave your country and come to China? Because you're looking for opportunity, because you're looking for work, because you're looking for a job. That's why you leave and you come here. So it's so annoying and painful that when you come here, you don't get the opportunity to work. You don't get the opportunity to get money. Who wants that? Who wants to be in a place after they have left their family? Then they come here, they cannot work, they cannot make money. Then your family members say they are calling you. You cannot send them money. That's why people leave. Sure, this is the main reason why people leave China. Or should I change the topic to why are people leaving China? Because I noticed that when I did a video talking about why people are leaving China, and though I added a vlog to that video, it did so well. But to be honest, if you want to know the main reason why internationals leave China, is because they are not allowed to work. They are not allowed to make money. This is the main reason. If not, I feel like a lot of people will still want to be in China. Yes, a lot of international will still want to be in China. But even Chinese people and the government know that if they mistakenly make it possible that internationals can work, hey, this their country will be crowded. Their country will be crowded. So maybe it's favoring them, I don't know. So I don't want to judge. And also, you know, their population, so they have to do whatever that favors them. But I heard one time that people who are doing PhD can work. People who are doing PhD can maybe be able to get PR. I don't know how true that is. So yeah, let's talk about PR. That leads me to the next point. People don't want to be in China. Why internationals don't like China is because of the PR. They're not able to get permanent residency. They're not able to get citizenship. You see why people run to Canada. Maybe Canada might be frustrating, but at least they offer permanent residency. They offer citizenship. I mean, even if you want to go back to your country, at least somehow you know that anytime you want to run from your country, anytime your country just annoy you, say, you know what, I want to run from that country, you have a place to run to. But when you're in a place and you just feel like you don't belong, you're like a foreign, who wants to be in a place and still you are still the same like other people in your country? Like if anything happen in China now, they see you as a foreigner. But at least now, if you have a permanent residency or you have a citizenship, anything happen in China, you know, you can easily go back to your country and still know you can easily come back. So I think that's another reason why people leave, because of permanent residency, because of citizenship, and because of the fact that you cannot work as a student. Oh, not that other people cannot work. Oh, I mean, if you have the qualification, or you even want to open your business, you know, there are some people that open their business in China and they're doing well. Yes, there are people like that. They open their business in China and they're doing really, really well. That was actually the part where I wanted to follow when I resigned from job, my second job. I was thinking that maybe I would just open my own business. But to be honest, I know business is hard. And I also know that business is not something you want to really, really depend on if you're in another person's country. I mean, in your own country, you can do business because it has a season. If it's not working this season, you know that next season it will work. But if you're in China and then you're doing business, and then maybe your business is not moving, who will take care of you? How would you survive? So I don't know if business is the best route, but some people do it and they still work. This is not allowed in China. And I got to even round up this video that all the things that I've told you guys that internationals are not allowed to do, there are still some people who are stubborn. They still disobey the laws. They still work. If you're among those kind of person that you know that you have the mind, it's just that it comes with its complications, whereby you can be deported if you are being caught. So you just have to be very, very careful. Okay, so these are like some of the things that, you know, that I feel like will help you. I know I've said some of these things before in my previous videos, but I would keep repeating these things because I get a lot of these questions. So some of you that are like, oh my, you said this in one video that I watched before. Oh my, you've said this thing, you always repeating some of it. See, I know I repeat them. Even for me, I feel like I've done all the video I can do, but I still get questions. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that no matter the content I do, people still need you to keep talking about these things and to keep helping them, and I love doing it, so why should I complain? I'll see you guys in my next live video. I really enjoyed this video, so guys, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, and check out omatravels.com for those of you guys that want me to do the application for you, to apply for the scholarship for you. You can always check us out and we will help you guys. Okay, I will see you guys. Happy Sunday. Make sure you eat, enjoy yourself because you're entering the new week. Bye.